Everybody has a story to play a game. Well, my story was back in 2025 when a friend of mine introduced me to Devil May Cry 5. I was instantly in love with the game. I've been more of an RE fan since 2020 and thought maybe it is time to play something different, something new. Devil May Cry being an IP from Capcom itself and is going to get its next iteration pretty soon, I guess. I mean, the last DMZ which released was back in 2019. So I thought, why not have a good variety of video games in this channel? So here we are, starting our journey of playing every single Devil May Cry game in its canon order. Starting from Devil May Cry 3, followed by 1, 2, 4, and lastly 5. Without wasting any further time, let's jump right into the world of Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening. The starting of the game introduces us to Dante and Virgil, narrated in the voice of our one and only Trish.
When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our... But in the end, only one was left standing.
Well, after the introduction of the game, which was actually the future, we're now introduced to Dante and Arkham, where Arkham has an invitation for Dante. Sadly, Dante gets attacked by a few bunch of demons. But at the end, we all know this is Dante we're talking. And man, this man is just oozing masculinity at this point. Well, this is the beginning of the mission 1, where we're supposed to fight a few demons and a boss fight at the end. Just let me pick that vital card. mess up with the lock, or it's just my problem. After defeating all of the enemies, we are now introduced to Hell Vanguard, a scythe-holding demon who can eventually teleport. What the hell is wrong? Oh, come on! I'll have to use that Y to start. I knew I would do something wrong. Dude, this game is so much more fun, and you know the mechanics. Well, after defeating Hell Vanguard, Virgil will eventually kill her, and we'll see a tower just coming straight out of New York. Okay, looking forward, we can clearly now see that we are introduced to Lady, who introduces us to Chapter 3. Oh. Well, enigmas are a pain in the ass. It is because their projectiles hit a barrage move which will eventually stun lock you at some situation. However, I'll be skipping this fight because it is seriously not relevant. In fact, I'll go to the previous area to do some orb farming. Evaluating my gameplay from the first run I ever did of Devil May Cry 3, I feel like I have taken a step down in terms of my fighting skills. However, this won't be the case in the future, and I hope that you'll find me doing better in this game. Now, we're in the cafeteria, where we'll use our Dante's Rebellion sword to eventually break the barrier, and we'll be greeted with a shotgun. The best part about the shotgun is that you can do animation cancel. If you're using Ebony and Ivory, you can cancel that animation with a shotgun blast. Now this area reminds me of the Silent Hill 2 remake, or the Silent Hill 2's bar, where Maria will eventually seduce James. However, we're not James, we're Dante, and we roll. This game, it just won't let you take a rest. Trust me, it won't let you take a rest. After escaping the bar, we'll be collecting a few orbs. I believe this is the Cerberus fight. Okay, it's the Cerberus fight.
I've never seen a talking mutt before. In a dog show, you definitely take first place.
Is mutt a reference? In Resident Evil 4, I believe a savage mutt is a dog.
Easy, Fido. I'm gonna take you out for a walk. Come on, buddy. Let's go.
Dante is just so badass.
It's showtime.
It indeed was showtime because my ass just got whooped 5 times consecutively by Cerberus. Oh god.
Who knows? I'm not even sure myself.
Regardless, you have proved your strength. I acknowledge your ability. Take my soul and go forth. You have my blessing.
Well, after defeating Cerberus, we get the weapon Cerberus, which is actually kind of like a nunchuck. I don't know if it's a nunchuck, but I don't know. But there's one thing for sure: Dante surely knows how to use a weapon, even if he is unknown to the weapon he just got. We're then greeted by Lady. Of course. The lady.
Are you going to the party? What's the hurry? Didn't you get an invitation?
Dante?
This just keeps getting better and better.
Well, I can surely tell that the future videos are going to be much better. Till then, I think this is the time where we just, take a leave. Wait for the future parts. Those are going to be way more interesting than this one. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe, like, and do comment on some of the feedbacks which, are required for a new channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day.